Hello and welcome, my mushroom leaves. Disturbing time. These Digimon Ghost Game episodes are really disturbing and I need to shower again. Episode 45. Ghost Newspaper. So, there is a digital newspaper going around that tells you stuff that happens in the future. Not only one of Ruli's friends is in it, but of course also Kotaro. He always gets the short end of the stick in these episodes. And the newspaper telling Kotaro will be fallen down and injured is right. But there was a yellow hand that made him trip, so... self-fulfilling prophecy, kinda? Ryudamon is back! Maybe my theory about the Mega Evolutions and the Legend Arms is not that far-fetched. Maybe we'll get something like this, we'll see. Oh no. Kyo's indoctrinating Gammamon and Ryudamon to be idol fans. Ugh. Two of these three are actually pretty cute. Now, guess in the comments which two I'm talking about. The yellow hands have changed the traffic light to be green. And now someone is about to be isekai'd. Oh no. Or not, she gladly is still alive. I mean, yeah, this show has a pretty huge body count, but it was never very direct in showing us people dying. Kyo getting a severe skull fracture? Well, at the least that doesn't mean anything important was hit. Well, at least he has seen those yellow arms now, and thus could think about that being a Digimon. Will he though? That's the other question. Espimon comes to his rescue though, and I never realized that his mod bombs are actually computer mouse. Says mice? Is it computer mice or computer mouses? Tell me in the comments. People who criticize the newspaper are targeted. That just sounds like a normal newspaper nowadays. And then the death of one of those idols is announced. It's not clear which one, just says one of them, but... well, Kyo's motivated now. That incel. Gammamon just approaches his little sister, and she loves it because it's cute. Yeah, Gammamon's cuteness opens every door. Every door. I mean, you can give someone a surprise punishment for losing in a cooking show, but a skydiving punishment? From an altitude of 4,000 meters? You can't just do that. You can, like, have them wash the dishes or something as a punishment, but not something they maybe really don't wanna do because they are afraid of it. No! Then again, they are idols, and thus they aren't humans anymore. The idol industry is bitter. Well, her co-diver gets hit and is now unconscious with her falling from an altitude of 4,000 meters. That's why you can't surprise someone with a punishment like this. Yeah, it was that Digimon that did this, but still, stuff like that could happen, and if someone is afraid to do that, they have all the right to. Gammamon just grabs Hiro and jumps out of the plane. Well, Gammamon can fly though, and that's a lot safer than with an unconscious co-diver. At least she could trigger the parachute after Hiro telling her how. Wasn't she briefed on this? On what to do in an emergency? This is just playing with a young girl's life. Oh wait, she's not a girl anymore, she's an idol. So today's enemy is Publimon, which has an interesting design. I mean, it's about publication with that name, but why does it wear a shell? Oh well, it faked those articles so... well, not faked, but imagined them and made them true, rather, to be a good newspaper. Yeah, sounds like every newspaper we have nowadays as well. Yeah, I mean, like TV does as well. They do endanger their people as well, so they get more viewers, and newspapers would definitely endanger people just to gain more readers. I can only say that time after time again, so yeah, newspapers kinda bad. And while destroying the parachute of Anna, that idol, it also destroyed his own parachute. Well, Hero will probably save it as well, right? This Digimon might be redeemable. Well, he tried at least. Yeah, you kinda killed yourself, though. I mean, it's your own fault, really. Foreshadowing that we might go there soon? I hope so. I don't talk about the endings normally, but this scene, as well as this scene, but not so much this scene, speak for my theory of everyone getting a second partner. I still stand by it, even though Subamon probably is missing here, but we'll see. Well, this episode was kind of cool, and well, they also did a bit of bashing on newspapers, which, granted, is fair. They do lie a lot of times. Episode 46, Queen's Banquet. Well, Kota is the victim again, being infected by... I don't know, it might be the Hydrosi. Should I censor this episode? What? Yeah, this... Yeah, this is happening now. Okay, Ghost Game. You wanna be an adult show now, huh? And really every fetish will be served here. Sorry, Gammamon, but that's an understatement. But it really seems like those plants are just illusions he sees whenever there's water nearby. Which is weird. I really wonder where this leads. Okay, this does not look like Hydramon. Maybe it's something entirely new? We'll see. He's a teenage boy and smells funny. Gammamon, you should not ask what that is. True, hygiene is important. Looking clean will get you far in and of itself. Nothing seems to be out of place, but immediately you recognize this weird drawing on the wall, which has absolutely nothing to do with the plot and is just there and nobody mentions it. What? That's typical Ruli behavior. Some strange tentacle touches her and she just sprays it. She is just cool like that. A tongue, you say? I would say that looked more like a tentacle, but to be honest, I don't know which would be worse, especially for the rating of a show like this. Ah, blossoming youth. But that normally isn't meant literally. Yeah, of course, something like this gets Kota. You know, he might also fall victim to marriage fraud and stuff like that in the future. Maybe all hope is lost for him when it comes to women. Toy animation? You do know that I try to keep my channel family friendly, so would you please behave a bit more? Good, at least he has some kind of skirt on that, I mean, oh boy. Yeah, I'm done here. I can't make this not sound suggestive. I mean, easy to swallow? Seriously? As you are underage, I will refrain from any commentary about this. With everyone captured now, will this be Espimon's time to shine? I mean, they could just devolve and get out of it like that, but, well, we'll see. She literally puts her mouth on him, or what's kinda like her mouth, and goes down on him. Oh, so she wanted to prevent him from bathing because she likes stinky smells. And she sniffed at him in that scene before. Going down. Cut me some slack here. Ah, we finally get the name. Oleamon. Which, at least that is age appropriate. Ah, I see. Angoramon wants to trick her by belittling her of being from the Boons, basically, and having no idea how to cook, but calling herself Gourmet Queen. Well, this will probably work. Angoramon is genius like that. And she freed it, so now it can show her how to steam stuff. Well, this episode is steaming hot already. But yeah, the trick works. He kicks that barrel at her, and, well, the battle is on. And with the power of deodorant, they manage to defeat her. Which is weird, but with how this episode was going, yeah, not that weird. Hiro's father showed her that stinky food is the same smell that humans have when they don't bath for a long time. And thus he got us into this whole mess because of stinky food. That guy, he destroys more than he helps. Two of the most stinky things in the entire world, and she wants to mix them. Ew. Well, this episode, I can summarize it in one way. And that would be... it wasn't a bad episode, but it was so suggestive that it was kind of funny as well. Episode 47, Memory of Eternity. Well, Shadramon was about to die, but some Digimon tried to help it by putting its data into a human body, which turns into this. I don't see where this can go bad. And he's a friend of Kyo's, so good for him, I guess, because he can get the help he will need. He says for now, but, well, I know this is not a game they're talking about, but I think for all programs and stuff, they just submit it as is for now, without it ever being really patched or anything. I mean, yeah, the hand is coming out of its belly, but after last episode, my mind goes places. Wait, Kyo immediately thinking of a hologram ghost and not of something supernatural, even though those kind of could be considered supernatural, but well, is a weird thing for him, so yeah. I mean, I like this, because that should be the first thing you should think about by now. But still weird. Yeah, that's kind of hard to believe. I get you. And if you think about it, he basically only has those friends because of Digimon shenanigans, so... very circumstantial. But on the other hand, aren't all friendships circumstantial? Yeah, well, 2 to be exact. Not more than that, so don't brag here. I spy with my little eye a certain hamster-like Digimon that's trying to hide itself. It's like a Digimon, but it's not. I doubt this refers to Shadramon being armor, but rather than that it being in a human body, so yeah, it should be dead, but it's kinda not, and fusing or something? Is that what this about? Honestly though, I know how this will end, but imagine this would be his new life now. That would be interesting. He and Shadramon trying to just live together, and this is just what they are now. That could be a nice story there. Also, there's a Cloud figurine up there. This is something I really like about Digimon Ghost Game. The world building here. They established Mamimon as a doctor, and whenever there's a doctor they need, they consult him, and that's just great. I love this. Digimon aren't just forgotten because, well, their week's over. They return if they need to. So, when they return to a Digitama, their memories are lost. Which makes sense, I guess, but here's what I always thought would be the case. This is just me theorizing. And that when a Digimon dies naturally, it can over time regain its memories after being reborn, while if it dies in battle, it's just a reset. This is just headcanon, of course, but in this show, definitely, no matter how they turn into a Digitama, like how Mamimon says, they will lose their memories. Saying with certainty it was a bug type just because there were wings is weird, because like birds, angels, demons, dragons, even aquatic stuff has wings in Digimon sometimes, so you can't assume bug. Bug wouldn't be the first thing to think about here. Weird. Oh, its body is becoming physical now, so my earlier idea, well, won't work like this. They probably can't live in the same body if this is what happens. I don't want this to happen to me. This seems pretty ouchy. So, the culprit here is a Nanomon that's inside his ear. So it's literally Nanomon, because it's also nano-sized, which I kinda like, even though it never was depicted as that. So, yeah. Let's see where this goes. Hiro being shocked by a Digimon experimenting on a human makes his Digivice light up and show this sign, which is the same sign that's on the Vital Bracelet Double V, which is coming out soon. So I think his Vital Bracelet, or Digivice, might change soon. And that will probably also give us the Mega Evolution finally. Their plan is to get Nanomon out by using an electromagnet, which they do by kinda doing a Tesla call. It would be a bit much going into detail how this works here. Look it up if you're interested. It's not that hard actually, but well, it works. I love how they keep Nanomon in this Petri dish. This is genius and just funny. And also makes a lot of sense on top of that, so yeah, perfect. Yeah, but this problem is still there, so how will they fix that? That seems kind of hard. Or will the body count go +1? Huh, they use Tetasmon's Adieu World to teleport Shadramon out of that guy. Which gladly worked, but imagine if it didn't work that well and his body now was full of holes. That would have probably killed him. So, what a gamble. I mean, Shadramon of course still dies, but there also kinda was a chance for it to not die. It died due to the wounds in battle. Those could have been healed by that experiment, but no luck for it, I guess. Black Tailmon comes and takes Nanomon with it, which just makes sense. It needs to return to the digital world. Also, it has an egg in its bag, which I assume is Shadramon's egg. I just would guess that because nothing else would make sense. Also, Hiro giving it a new letter to his dad, so might there be something bigger happening next time? Well, he basically just wrote down his feelings towards Digimon in general, but we have seen the Digivice react to that, so yeah, this might be cool. This episode was pretty good, giving us a lot of backstory of the Digimon in general. Not the story of this season, but the lore, you could say. I really enjoyed it, and hope we get a bit more tame, maybe? Maybe I hope we don't, though. I'm not sure. Episode 48, The White Bride. A friend of Ruli's having a wedding, and for some reason Hiro is also invited, but yeah, well, that's not what this will be about. I just like the idea of them all being casual and stuff. That's nice. And I hope nothing bad will happen. Yes, it actually is a Geremon, which you don't see that often, to be honest. You normally see the Numemon variant of this, but why not? Not gonna talk about my theory of secondary partners again, but talking about my theory about secondary partners again. Ryudamon is staying with Kyo here. So that photographer wants her on a pamphlet in a wedding dress. Which, yeah, kinda makes sense, but he has a wedding dress sized for children with him all the time? He wasn't specifically looking for a child, you know. Weird. Is this dust? Or a pigeon? And this being Digimon Ghost Game, of course it turns into something like this. But believe me, it gets worse. They never tell us, but is she familiar with Digimon existing? Because they are just standing here and she doesn't bat an eye on them. And yeah, sure, they explain Gammamon as being a hologram, but come on, this is weird. I mean, I would be all in for more people knowing, but still, tell us. So, the abducted Ruli is being put in a place full of mushrooms. Why are mushrooms so scary? No idea. It's weird. So it hurts if the mushrooms growing on your body are plucked by these what seems like Mushmon, but are actually the new Digimon called Chambomon. Yeah, I mean, for children? For children? This looks like a scene from something very different. That doesn't have to do with eating mushrooms. If you know what I mean. This is disturbing. I am watching a kids show, aren't I? So, they normally target brides, but because it was a casual wedding, nobody was wearing a, as Gammamon puts it, white and frilly thing. Except that photographer made Rudy wear such a thing. So is he the culprit? That actually would be interesting, but sadly not the case. Wait, this Geremon, isn't this a
superhero landing?
Oh yeah, they definitely took Gammamon and Hiro as well, so Kyo needs to be the savior of the day. Guess the show's over now. But due to it not liking what happened to Gammamon, it actually digivolves. We rarely see a non-partner Digimon digivolve in these shows, right? That's kinda weird, but yeah, please more of that. Now that I think about it, why is it so rare? And the Chambomon realized that the people wearing bracelets have way more delicious mushrooms. It really looks like a drug scene, to be honest, but yeah, interesting. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the next season of Digimon will just be uploaded directly to certain adult sites. At least we get Integer Overflow Kyo here, so the day might be saved after all, and we have more of the show going on. I hope so. And Kyo is hit as well. Now I would say someone else has to save the day, but his mushrooms are noticeable different, so will they be delicious? Nope, they make their body feel weird, like mushrooms, a specific kind, probably does to you. Moving on to something more not disturbing. Oh, we could just have him eat the mushrooms himself to get a power-up. Who is he? An Italian plumber? Well, Tatusmon saved the day with the help of Kyo's newfound mushroom powers. This episode is weird and I like it. And also, Tatusmon being Tatusmon, of course can also heal all of the brides. Which is good. No body count added today. I think. But don't worry. That group of Geremon takes the Chambomon away so they never will grow mushrooms on people again. Instead they grew mushrooms on the Chambomon, and the Geremon are going to eat those because they love. You know what? This episode was messed up and it fits the show, but what the I mean, I liked it, but did I just really witness this, or was I eating mushrooms accidentally? So, what did you think about these episodes? Tell me in the comments below, I guess. But keep it family friendly if you can. Also, fire your mushrooms on the like, subscribe, and that little bell button to keep updated whenever I upload a new video. And check out the links down in the description below to my Twitter and Instagram, where I post stuff and also keep you updated, as well as to my Twitch, where I livestream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I hope to see you over there as well, and until next time, bye-bye!